Big tonight, the opposition Anguilla United Front will form the next government in the British territory following a victory in general elections there on Wednesday.
Lawyer and legislator Cora Richardson Hodge is set to be sworn in Thursday as the first female premier of Anguilla after her Anguilla United Front romped to a convincing victory, winning 8 of the 11 seats. Outgoing Premier Dr. Ellis Webster increased his margin in District 1, but most of his other candidates of the Anguilla Progressive Movement lost grounds. The AUF made a clean sweep of the 4 at-large seats, with the biggest winner of the night being Kyle Hodge, who had won big the last time as a member of the APM, but left the government over its tax policies. Now an AUF standard-bearer, Hodge appeared to ride on a cross-party appeal to be one of the night's big winners. He crossed the threshold of over 4,000 island-wide votes, an unprecedented achievement, which sets him up to me a major player in the new government. Deanne Kentish Rogers, who created history the last time by defeating a sitting premier, lost her seat to an AUF newcomer, Cordell Richardson. Also losing their seats were Quincy Gums Marie and Kenneth Hodge, both members of the outgoing cabinet.
Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has announced he will officially resign from office on March 16. But first, he will open the central block of the Port of Spain General Hospital on March 10. Then he will open the new A&R Robertson Airport project on March 15.
I too am ending my tenure of public service. Thankfully, not sadly, but with a certain amount of satisfaction that I have been able to have colleagues around me and given the responsibility to chart the course of development of this country for a period of time.
Rowley also reflected on his time in office.
And as I conclude a number of assignments in these weeks, I do so with some satisfaction that my presence among my colleagues and the national community would have contributed to national development, and I would have done something good with you and for you.
He was speaking at the commissioning and renaming ceremony of Lisa Morris Julian Boulevard, formerly O'Meara Road. Lisa Morris Julian and 2 of her children died in a house fire on December 16. Rowley commended her public service.
We named this connector road in honor of the representation that she gave in her short public life in Parliament, acknowledging that she did serve much longer at the local level and throughout as a teacher. Her entire adult life in the Arima area and in the national community was one about service and dedication to the people she loved so much.
Armed gangs launched a fresh attack on Haiti's capital before dawn on Wednesday. The violence reportedly left several people dead in the Port-au-Prince neighborhood of Delmas 30. We have more in this report.
Reuters saw people fleeing the gang violence, carrying their belongings, mattresses, and in one graphic clip, what appeared to be a body in a wheelbarrow. Local Alexis Josue was among those leaving the area.
I used to live at Delmas 30, but now I don't know whether to go up or down, whether to turn left or right. Why are we in this situation? Wherever they go, we run. We haven't slept since the day before yesterday because everyone was panicking. But now they've finished us at Delmas 30. Today is the end.
Gangs continue to operate unchecked in the Caribbean nation. More than 1 million Haitians, close to 10% of the Caribbean's most populous country, have been internally displaced. That's after a years-long conflict in which the gangs, who are armed, well-funded, and in a broad alliance, have expanded and cemented their control over much of the capital and surrounding areas. Police did not respond to Reuters' request for comment. Local rights group RNDDH said that they were not yet able to estimate a death count of Tuesday's events, but they heard reports of several people being killed or shot and several houses set on fire.
Around 15 people died in Delmas 30. I have a friend who sells meat at the market there, and they burned him in front of his child. I know a woman who lived very close to me, and they took her and her child and burned them. Spread the word. Tell the Americans to give us a chance to save Haiti.
One resident who spoke to Reuters and asked not to be identified made an appeal to Jimmy Cherizier, the former policeman who leads the Vivre Ensemble gang coalition, a group with ambitions to become a political party.
What has the population done to them? The population is fleeing, and they don't know where to go. When I look at that, I feel bad, because you're a former policeman, and you can't use other gangs to make the population flee. What have we done to you?
This is Primetime Caribbean. We have more news right after the break.